Hello, welcome back. Right, okay, just powering on the Spectrum Plus 2 from the Action Pack that was sent to me by Dale Maxwell the other day. It's in really, really good condition. The other video was a little bit sort of blurry, etc. You couldn't really see what was going on. The light wasn't spectacular in the room at the time. Happy to say, powered up straight away. I have got a RGB to SCART. There was an RF lead in the thingammy, but yeah, impression so far, it's all working fine. He's replaced a lot of bits and pieces on it. This is just a wobbly handheld mobile phone video, so please do excuse me for that. Now I'm going to try and load a game up and see how it goes, see if it loads the first time. This is the first time I've attempted to load a game on this one. Now, quick question for you. Aspect ratios when you're playing a Spectrum on a TV. Right, when I first started, I never used to bother changing them, but then I had a few people say, oh, it's got to be in 4.3, got to be 4.3. So every time I've done a sort of unemulated video, I've always since then done 4.3. But look at those borders on the side. I know that's the way it's supposed to be, etc. But what's your preference when you're playing any kind of retro thing? Because I prefer, I know it looks a bit stretched, but I prefer like that. But 4.3 it'll be, as that's what the majority of people want and enjoy for nostalgia's sake. So let's go and try a game on this. Let's go and try and load a game up. And there are going to be some questions that oh, I've already pressed enter, haven't I? Duh, press play on tape. Right, yeah, the hint's on the screen, Baz. I've already there's going to be some questions to ask because this has got me thinking. This is now the fourth Spectrum I've got. I've got another one coming coming tomorrow. Let's just turn that down a bit. Oh, sorry. Yes, the eggs got in a video. Dave, if you're watching this, there is a reason for this, and it will become apparent when the game's actually loaded. I just wanted to show something particularly great about this game. Yeah, this is the fourth Spectrum I own. Mark Payne is sorting me out with one more in the next couple of days, so hopefully we'll be seeing that soon. And then I'm afraid, machines and collection-wise, that will likely be it, because I don't have a man cave as stuff. I'm just stuck in a sort of little corner of the living room. If I sort of do that, you know, my wife's bought me a swivel chair, and I'm very, very grateful to her for it. It's much more comfortable than it took us forever to set up, because I'm terrible at reading instructions and stuff. Really, really good loading screen there. So yeah, now games collection wise, I'm going to have to stop, because if I swivel around that way, your OCD is probably going to go mental at this. So I've had to just I had to take all these out so I could move the shelves, and I haven't stacked them as properly back in order as I had them in, so they're all higgledy-piggledy at the moment, so forgive me for that. That particular top shelf, that's 3 layers deep. That middle one is, there's a few games in there. Hey, hang on a minute. That shouldn't be in there. It's an Amstrad game. Get out of it. Those ones down there, as you can see, there, basically that's the only sort of storage space I've got. This side over here is going to have like consoles, etc. So really, nice as it is to have tapes, I've still got about another 150 to come. It's getting to a point where I'm going to have to say, yeah, I'm going to have to sort of hold back on the collecting of tapes for a while, because there is nowhere to put them. Now, I don't buy them to pass them on. My intention was to play them, but as you can see, together with all the sort of cover tapes, compilations, etc. that there are, it's going to take forever to play each and every single one of those. So there's still an awful lot that I've got to do. Now this brings me to another question that sometimes comes to the fore. What do you prefer, emulation or the real thing? I've always preferred emulation, the real thing, because it is the real thing. It's playing the game as it was meant to be played, etc. Now, and the sort of nostalgia and discovering games that you'd never played before is absolutely fantastic, and I really, really enjoy doing it. The big downside to it is, unless you've got space where you can have stuff set up permanently, is it's a real faff. When I have to get these things back out, I've got to take the TV out, etc., set it all up, put all the leads in, power it on, and once I've done what I'm doing, I've got to then pack it all away, put it back safely. So that's one of the real pains in the arse about doing the unemulated things. Emulation using your laptop and an emulator such as Spectaculator is incredibly easy now, and it's got fantastic recording modes. You know, you get good picture quality, etc. I'm not the best recorder. This is a good phone, the Huawei P10, but the video is a bit strange on it. I had a Sony Xperia before, and that seemed to have much better video. But stills camera wise, you know, it's taking still photos. The camera on this is amazing, but the video quality of it is not so. And then we come to things like the devices that you can stick on the back, like the Divide devices, which I don't own any of, but lots of people do and swear by them. Now, I'm thinking of investing in one of those at some point. But there's another question. Does that count as unemulated gameplay? Because although you're using the real machine, you're using modern sort of technology and modern downloads of the games that you downloaded to an SD card. So there's a question for you as well. What do you prefer? Do you prefer playing on the real thing? Do you prefer the ease of emulation, etc.? And do you own any of the storage devices that can hold, you know, all your games collection on one little SD card? Now, like I said, I've promised myself things before. I'm the world's worst self-disciplined person. I'm saying in this video, that's it. I'm going to collect no more tapes after the current batch that I've got and the ones that I'm waiting for come in. I will likely see something that I like and go, oh, I want that, and end up breaking my promise to myself and to my wife. But I'm going to have to try and sort of think of something. Machines-wise, I suppose I could get one or two more, but this round of collecting, after the one that I'm waiting for is over for the time being, because I just haven't got the space to put anything. Now, I really would like a load more machines, and I know these videos that I've done makes it look like, oh, I've been sort of hoovering up stuff left, right and centre, I must have won the lottery or something. Well, I've only collected an N64, a GameCube, a SNES Mini, and 2 Spectrums and some games. It's just because I've done them all at once, it makes it perhaps look a little ostentatious, which I promise you it's not. It's a result of being left a little bit of money by my dear late departed grandmother. Divided a load of it up amongst the kids and my missus, allowed them to buy whatever they wanted with it. I just wanted a few quid left over to myself, because I had to sell some bits and pieces last year. Some of you might remember. Some of you actually stepped in and really helped me out. I don't know how much longer I've got to waffle on for, because this tape seems to take quite a while to load. And there's another question. What's the longest loading time you ever experienced for a Spectrum game? For me, the one that I can remember taking a particularly long time was Taipan from Ocean, the 128K version. If I'm remembering rightly, it took about 10 minutes, I think. Worth it. It was a really good game. I enjoyed it. So there's one for you. Quickest game I've ever experienced, probably something like Horace Goes Skiing, or one of the Horace games, one of the early small 16K games. They never seem to take long to sort of load in. And also, I've got a RAM turbo interface. Now, it won't fit on any of these plus 2s, the plus 2As or the plus 2Bs, because it has a little bit where the power supply lead would pass through on a grey plus 2. But look at the size of the PSU lead on the plus 2B, and it means that the RAM turbo won't fit. And of course, it's like a copy of the interface too, which means you could use cartridges on it if I wanted to, but of course I can't. So what are the Sinclair cartridges like? Those of you that own them, are they good? Are they bad? Are they cheap? Are they expensive? More to the question. Are they going to cost another arm and leg to get hold of, or should I just ignore them? Anyway, let's talk about Quick Snacks. I don't know this game at all, other than from what people have told me about it, which is the one reason I wanted to try it, to see just how good the particular part of it was. This is just a loading test. I'm not actually going to play the game on this, because as you can tell, I'm just holding the phone with just the one hand. There's a new desk arriving soon. Hopefully we'll put all that up, and then I'll have my Spectrum corner. I did buy a decent microphone for when I do my videos through Spectaculator, so I don't have to use the webcam microphone, which makes it sound like I've got a tin can over my head. And I've been fannying around with that for a bit, and I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying playing the other machines that I've bought as well, the N64, the GameCube, the SNES Mini. More videos will be appearing on the Baz H2O. Right, here we are. Let's have a look at this then. This is what I've been told to look out for, so I'll turn the volume up a bit. That's great. Even though it's a dizzy game. I have to say, that's brilliant. David Birdsall, this is going to give us both nightmares, mate. I have to say, that is really, really great. Right, thanks ever so much. It's just going to be a loading test. If anyone wants to see me try and play Quick Snacks, I, of course, will as soon as I can. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you like the video, please let me know. If you wish to subscribe, please do so. But if you do subscribe, please, please, please take the time to join in all the discussions. Thank you ever so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and goodbye.